All right, draft day strategy. So there's a certain strategy I like to follow. Eman's got his own ideas, but we're just going to go right into it. If I got the first pick in the draft, I'm going Aaron Rodgers this year. He is so solid, so safe. Running backs, you just never know when they're going to get injured. So I'm going to go, man, why am I doing it too? Anyway, I'm going Aaron Rodgers. If I don't get Aaron Rodgers, then I'm going running back. And that would be Foster, Rice, LaShawn McCoy. If they're gone, I'm probably going back to QB, Tom Brady, Drew Brees, that sort of thing.
Where I would differ with that is, even though it is a pass-heavy league and Aaron Rodgers is solid as all get out, I would still draft Arian Foster or Ray Rice, maybe even McCoy before Rodgers, because they're active in the passing game, and they'll still be generating crazy points. After that point, i.e. position number 4, I would then look to a Rodgers, Brees, Brady, that kind of player. So pretty similar, but differs to that degree.
I will go quarterback, running back in the first 3 rounds. If I can't get the quarterback I want, let's say I'm drafting 10 or 11 and Brady, Rodgers, Stafford, and Brees are all gone, I'll take a running back right there. Unless Calvin Johnson's there, I'll take Calvin Johnson. But if I don't get a quarterback in the first round, I'm going to running back, probably running back.
Right.
Unless you're just absolutely some stud wide receiver that's got to be there. But
makes sense.
I'm going to stock up on running backs because they have such a tendency to get hurt.
That's a good point. I tend to go with that general strategy only as a guideline, but then follow best bang for the buck, the best player at that draft position, and then hope to trade during the season if at all possible, something like that. Because sometimes you can get a value. You might end up with 3 running backs before you have your first wide receiver, but maybe that third running back is somebody you could trade for a top tier wide receiver.
Yeah.
So if you don't follow those positions to the T as Scott has described, at least get a value at your pick at that position so that you have something to work with when the draft is over.
I like to wait on tight ends. If Gronk and Graham fall really far, I'll pick them up, but I'm probably not going to pick those 2 guys up. I'm going to wait late rounds and grab someone like Pettigrew or Cook or, maybe even Tammy this year. And also wide receivers. I'm probably not getting a wide receiver, unless it's Calvin Johnson, until probably round 5.
Wow.
And then from round 5 to round 13, I'm going to grab every wide receiver and running back I possibly can. And particularly running backs, because they do get injured so often. And I'm looking for someone who might be second on the depth chart to pop, like Ryan Williams, maybe even Rashad Jennings. Maurice Jones-Drews may not be there, who knows.
Right.
I'm going to take some real risks at the end of the draft.
Makes sense. And we pretty much agree on how to end the draft, and that's when you take your more upside picks that have that potential, but may not be household names yet. But generally, it's the last couple of rounds that you get your defense and kicker. No reason to go much earlier than that, because the difference in the scoring for those players for those positions just doesn't warrant an earlier draft pick.
There's no reason to go any earlier than 15 and 16 for your defense and your kicker. Don't even bother. They're so lumped together at the end. There's rarely 5 or 10 points between the 2.
Yeah.
All right. Good luck this year, and we'll catch you out on diamonds.
Draft wisely.